Hello and welcome back to TechnoSurgeon YouTube channel. So a user was building a PC and they bought RTX 5080 off of Amazon. There was scam that happened where his RTX 5080 OC was purchased. As you can see on the screen here, he purchased this RTX 5080 graphics card, but instead he got RTX 5060 Ti inside it, and when he saw it, there was only a single 8-pin connector and power slot on the side. And because RTX 5080 typically has 12-volt high power connector slot and not single 8-pin, and that's how he found out that it is 5060 and not 5080 which he had ordered. And though on Amazon it happens a lot, but the problem is that Amazon resells it. That's why they also don't know whether in the supply chain it happens, but it's a bad thing to see. And this thing was something that happened previously with Amazon, where instead of RTX 5080 a giant brick was sent. So Amazon should look into it. Next up, NVIDIA's latest prices are lower than AMD as both GPU makers notify partners of updated price bumps, and it is indeed happening. As you can see on the screen here, on January 16, NVIDIA officially notified its AIC partners that all bundled GDDR7 and GDDR6 memory packages are now increasing in price. We have been informed of the price increase to familiar AIC partners, but we won't specify the exact price here. But what we can say is that NVIDIA's new prices are still lower than those announced by AMD to its AIB partners. So yeah, it looks bad, but it's good in a sense where NVIDIA is still bundling their graphics card with GDDR6 and GDDR7 RAM. So that's the plus point, but the pricing is going to be increased later down the line. Next up, NVIDIA's N1X and N1 laptops to debut this quarter. N2 series is slated for Q3 of 2027. As we already saw with Dell 16, there was a shipping manifest which shows in Dell 16 there was N1 CPU, but we didn't know when it was coming because during CES Dell announced XPS series was coming back and Dell 16 never came, was not confirmed. But now a supply chain source revealed that according to NVIDIA's latest technology roadmap, in Windows on ARM WAA platform, notebooks using the N1X will debut in the first quarter of 2026, initially targeting the consumer market. 3 other variants will go on sale in the second quarter. The next generation N2 series is expected to take over in the third quarter of 2027. So it's pretty nice looking, but the thing is they are still going with ARM, even though NVIDIA had major shares in Intel. So they don't know, they are also working on x86 platform. So let's see what happens. And yeah, as I already told you, NVIDIA is absorbing the major memory cost to protect them. For now, here's the other side of the GPU shortage, where NVIDIA is increasing the pricing for their memory supply, but at the same time they are not increasing it by that much. And lastly, for today, we already know that MI 450X is something which AMD is slated and AMD not slated. M1 450X is something where ChatGPT and various other AI partners are partnering or adapting the AMD's GPU for their workloads, and this came out from semi-analysis where AMD was going to use 2300 TGP to make it more competitive. AMD bumped it to 2500 TGP, whereas Rubin 200 series was using 1800 watt TGP at 2 months ago, but it has been bumped to 2300 TGP to make it competitive. And this is not a fluke, it is indeed happening. Along with it, in order to compete with AMD's MI 450X, Vera Rubin bandwidth has been increased to 20 terabytes per second per GPU from 13 terabytes per second per GPU, which is a significant increase of 17 terabytes per second. Rubin went from being 5 terabytes per second per GPU behind the MI 450X in memory bandwidth to now 0.4 terabytes per GPU ahead. and this just confirms it because NVIDIA is reportedly boosting Vera Rubin performance toward hyperscalers of AMD's Instinct AI accelerators. Increased boost clocks and memory bandwidth pushes power demands by 500 watts to 2300 watts. So it is still significantly less than AMD's 2500 watts, but 2300 watts is still pretty big, and that's why we want this competitive. As you can see at CES 2026 this week, NVIDIA revised their Vera Rubin 200 NVL72 spec to overtake by 10% of the memory bandwidth advantage from AMD's MI455X, and AMD 455X is 19.6 terabytes per second, while Jensen announced in March 2025 Rubin will be 13 terabytes per second, and then in September 2025 IEM Bug announced that Rubin will be 20.5 terabytes. To now in 2026 Rubin is now 22.2 terabytes per second, which is significantly faster than AMD at this current point of time. AMD fixing the software issues with a sense of urgency is leading to better products for everyone, with NVIDIA making their products better to compete. That's why we want competition. If AMD does good, we want NVIDIA to do good, also to keep AMD in check, and AMD is doing better so that NVIDIA is also making their products far better. So that's why the competition is necessary. But yeah, that's it for me today. What do you think about the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.